So today, since we were involved in this prayer since the early morning, and we could not complete it before you all arrived here, so we decided that we invite you here instead of staying in the garden room. So I thought we can all share this together. And I know that some of my young monks and nuns, they might fall asleep because they don't understand English. But it's okay, I think. They must be a little tired, so let them nap while I'm talking to all of you. So, last time we were together, we have discussed meditation, walking meditation as such. Now today, I thought we just have a general discourse to recognize the preciousness of human life as Lord Buddha must have perceived. Since in this tradition, we consider wisdom teaching is priceless. There's nothing that is more valuable than wisdom teaching of Buddha. So, when you share this wisdom teaching as a respect to the teaching, we, in our tradition, we honor the messenger who is carrying the message, because the message is so important. So, the way to honor is you place the messenger who is carrying the message higher than oneself. Which is to say, we value the teaching, which is to say that we value the wisdom, which is to say that we want to be free from ignorance. So that is why today, when I am sitting on this high throne, feels kind of funny, Excellency, you all are down there, I'm sitting way up here. But it's just a way of our tradition, that we honor the teacher and the teaching. So this message in this tradition is very, very profound, because in this message, the reason why I see it is very profound is because in this way, this message or this teaching can never be corrupted. So no individuals or no personalities can corrupt the teaching, the pure teaching of the Buddha. So obviously, until we respect the message, until we recognize that message is so valuable and so sublime, we will not be able to take that message into our heart. It may enter from your ear, and it might go out from another ear, because you might not be able to hold it in yourself. So, to be able to really have effect, to be able to integrate that message in our way of thinking and our way of living, and we honor the message so much so, we desire the message so much so that we think there is nothing more precious than the wisdom teaching. So Buddha himself said, when his disciples asked, what should they do after he leaves, because they don't have their refuge, their teacher. And Buddha said that you do not have to worry about that. You have my teaching. My teaching is me. And teaching is going to bless you. So that message is very, very profound. And today, all over the world, even though Buddha was born in and Lumbini and lived in Kapilavastu and Tilarakot area, and you do not see much about Buddha's effect in that part of the world, but all over the world, Buddha's message is spreading and is very, very popular. Why that message is spreading all over the world and so popular? I think each and everything Buddha said makes sense to us. Each and everything that Buddha said is very, very applicable in our daily lives. Especially in this kind of pandemic time, Buddha's message is so relevant. And most intelligent people on this earth, whether they are religious or non-religious, whether they are believers or non-believers, once they are able to understand the Buddha's teaching, they are all embracing it. Maybe they are not religious, maybe they are not any kind of believers, but they are really valuing Buddha's teaching. Because I think it's very, very sophisticated, because it's very much to the point. As you know, a very famous scientist like Einstein, Albert Einstein said that if he must follow a traditional teaching, he will follow Buddha's teaching. He will embrace Buddha's teaching. So that means that even Einstein was attracted. And Einstein was able to see there is something very, very meaningful in Buddha's teaching. So today, all over the world, as far as I can see, people who are very influential, people who are very intelligent, people who are very learned, are embracing Buddha's teaching. In a political world, in a diplomatic world, or in a business world, in an academic world, wherever, I notice that people are really able to appreciate. That's because, interestingly, today, on this day, Shakyamuni Buddha was in Bodh Gaya. And a very early morning, or maybe almost like last night, he was able to overcome from the demonic spirits. And he attained enlightenment today. And after he discovered this, and he thought, this is really amazing what I have discovered. This nectar that I received is not something anybody can comprehend. And nobody will be able to really understand clearly. So I rather not tell anybody. I rather not share with anybody because nobody will probably get it. So he went back into his meditation. But then, in that time, around that area, Devas and Dakinis, they recognized that Buddha achieved something Very, very profound. And then they all went to Buddha and asked, please turn the wheel of Dharma. Please teach us what you have understood. Don't keep it to yourself. Don't remain silent. So then he was obliged to teach this, what we have today, and we are able to enjoy.